Greetings, everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It has been a while since I've been on here. However, I do hope you've been following along with my regular newsletters and blog updates. I've been writing a lot lately, and so my creative juices have been flowing through my fingers, so to speak. Well, a lot of things have happened in the last little while. I have been personally going through some healing modalities within my own body, but I have also been busy working away on other projects that have been close to my heart. So, hence the silence in a way from my side on this channel. But I am very much within my own practice, doing healing sessions and working on my website, working on, as I said, newsletters and blogs. And so keeping in tune with all of the developments that are happening, not only on this reality, this physical reality, but within the interdimensional reality as well. Today, I would like to speak specifically to a few things that have happened within my own reality and the various ways and methods within which the divine feminine energy is being attacked. Now, this is not something new, it has been going on for a while. And I have personally experienced this within my own body as I am sensitive, shall we say, to the collective energies that are taking place and how those attacks are taking place in a way on the physical level within the divine feminine energy body. I have seen this being manifest within the collective from beings that are close to me, particularly the starseeds that I know. And so I just wanted to speak to this today, and it is showing up on many other levels, not just in my physical body, but it is being experienced by beings on this collective. And it is even being experienced through the energies of the animals and the event that recently took place here within British Columbia in Canada, and the energies of animal cruelty towards the ostriches. If you have been following along, there was a recent culling of about, I believe the number was 330 ostriches here at the Universal Ostrich Farm in British Columbia. In my opinion, this was a very heinous crime that was committed not just on the animals, but to the human collective as well, particularly targeting the divine feminine energy, as this is what these ostriches represented. They are ancient, prehistoric beings. They are royalty in a way that are here on the earth to show us many aspects of themselves, of their personalities, of their quirks, of their beauty. And all of these factor into those energies of the Divine Mother energies and that divine feminine energy. And this was attacked on a level that was unprecedented by government overreach, by the invaders, by these draconian energies that are supposedly here to protect the population. This attack, in my opinion, was all directed towards those various layers of the divine feminine and what that energy stands for or represents. It is that absolute energy, if you will, or that direct connection to the Creator through the womb, through the feminine body, the energy that is able to bring forth life, to birth energy into being in this reality. Now, this attack is not new, as I have said, it has been going on for many centuries, and it has been experienced on so many levels. The severing of heads, for example, of the female, has long been traced to this horrific act of silencing the divine feminine energies. Whether it is now chalked down to mythology or historical, Medusa was one of those individuals that had her head cut off. Historically, we have beings such as Anne Boleyn, Mary, Queen of Scots, Mary Antoinette, and many others. And then we have the atrocities that myself and the two Shekinas have talked about here on our show called the Shamankas on Thursdays, regarding the Magdalene laundries in Ireland. And so the divine feminine has been attacked on many levels through many avenues in society. To me, this is significant, and it speaks directly to the severing of individuals from that divine connection to the Creator, that divine connection to the feminine body, that divine connection to the female, or the divine wisdom of the female as it incorporates itself to the Creator. Because women do possess this energy of intuition. They are clearly divine beings, and they are sovereign beings connected to the Creator, who are able to, in their sacredness, within the temple of their body, through their womb, are able to bring forth life in that true aspect of their spirituality and their innate spiritual connection to the divine, to the Creator. Most of them are blessed with those sensitivities of being able to be clairvoyant, claircognizant, or clairsentient. And so this is directly connected to their ability to have that sixth sense, that intuition about many aspects of their life. And so women are born this way, and they need to be protected for these sensitivities. This is where the divine masculine comes in. It is their sacred duty to protect these women and their sensibilities and their connection to the divine, not to attack them, attacking them in a way of indignity, in a way of disrespect, in the way of punishing them. And so women are in this way born with this deep insight, perception, and higher vision, and they are able to accurately discern the truth and so speak out about these distortions that they become aware of and that are not in alignment with their higher knowing. And so this is unacceptable to this energy that has been created by this patriarchal society, if you will. Society has found reason to silence this voice, to silence her voice, to cut off her sight, to remove her power, to know, to speak, to guide the many by decapitating, by punishing, by suppression. And so this power that we know as the draconian control system, and if you have been following my path and my channel, you are now familiar with these terms and how we have become or have been a slave planet for many thousands of our Earth years. And all of these women who have, in a way, challenged that patriarchal system or that patriarchal hierarchy have come face to face with this energy, as this patriarchal hierarchy would not or could not stand up for this insubordination, if you will, by these women who they considered lower than or inferior to them. This was demonstrated even with the ostriches, as these energies, against all odds, were able to develop their own antibodies against the supposed avian flu. And so we have to, in a way, step back and try to understand the reality within which we are being placed right now. These races, known as the Draco or the Orion Greys, are invader races that come from a background of being severed from their hearts. They rebelled against the Creator, believing that they were superior beings. The trajectory that they followed and that has led them on this cosmic journey of chaos, dominance, and control of not just the Earth plane, but many other planes of existence. This archetype of the Draco and the Orion Greys have been purely within the mental and brain activity of their being, not the heart center. And so their minds, in a way, are unable to comprehend the most subtle energies, if you will, of the divine feminine aspect and what it is that they represent. All they see is opposition to their rule, to their control. They choose to prioritize their mind over their heart, cutting off that intuition, cutting off that female wisdom, that organic flow, that emotion, that creativity, that wisdom, and thinking from their reality. And so these fragmented parts, if you will, are what is manifesting in our society today on so many levels. We see it here in Canada as government overreach. It's happening across the globe as well, in the United States, in the United Kingdom. There is no accountability by the politicians, by those in government, those that are meant to serve honorably, to serve the people honorably and with dignity. There is no sacredness, there is no honor, leave alone respect. They are in it for control, for wealth, for power. And this is what the Draco and the Orion Gray template represents. This is the foundation that they have built and put into place for their minions to follow. This is their playbook, and it has manifested on so many levels within our society. There is no accountability. There is no need for collective approval, for public consent. Rules are created, motions are passed and put into law or made into law without absolute consent from the public or public opinion. Those who dare to step forward and try to fight for justice get tangled up in the red tape, in bureaucracy, and some even go to jail. This has been proven by those that have fought against the system after the trucker convoy took place. These freedom fighters have faced jail time and have faced personal persecution at the hands of this hierarchy. Governments that are meant to protect and serve the citizens of this country rebelled against each and every one of those that stood for themselves and for what they thought was democracy and freedom. This same playbook has been applied to the culling of the ostriches. The family involved have not had their day in court. All of the evidence that they have gathered and presented to support their case have been brushed aside. So where is the justice? And this has gone up all the way to the Supreme Court of Canada, the highest court in the land. Corruption through and through. These folks, the families, are still fighting, even though they have suffered a great deal of personal loss, and they have suffered from the invasion of their property by these government organizations and by the RCMP, the police force that are meant to protect and serve not only these beings, but the general public, but instead they received persecution and abuse. And so their lives have been invaded, their property invaded, and their lives at a standstill, awaiting justice for the heinous crimes that have been committed on their land to their animals. This is the disease, unfortunately, that we face in our society. And if you have not yet tasted it or experienced it in your life, it is time to wake up. It is time to correct these inversions, these irregularities, in whatever small way possible. To me, the first step is to check your own heart, your own words, your deeds, your actions. Are they respectful? Are they with integrity? Are you harming yourself, your family, your friends, your neighbors through your actions, through your words, through your deeds? Are you supporting a government, a corporation, or an organization that is doing harm to the collective? Are you supporting these big box stores like Walmart and the others that are sourcing their products from these corrupt organizations and corporations? Are you conscious of what you put into your body? Are you kind to your neighbors and friends? Are you compassionate? Are you leading with your heart? Or are you dismissive? Are you in constant fear, in constant lack? If any of my questions are an indication of where your own heart and mind reside, then it is time to take steps towards making right decisions and coming into alignment with the positive aspects of your soul, rather than move further away from the Creator. For these corruptions will undoubtedly do just that, remove you and your connection to the Creator. The government and these corporations are run by people. These corrupt corporations and organizations are run by people that you and perhaps I know. So these are the ones that we need to focus our attention on to help them heal their hearts, heal their minds, as they are the ones that are inflicting the collective energy with their harmful deeds and harmful acts. These are the folks who need to align their hearts back to the Creator. These are the ones that have been trained, if you will, by the Draco and the Orion systems and are using their playbook and the way of life that they have set up and the way that and the direction within which society is now moving. And so it is up to us to see these anomalies, to see these distortions, to see these patterns, and know for ourselves that this is not right. And this is the inversion. And this is not in alignment with the Creator, not the way we are supposed to live. So find it in your heart to be kind, to be compassionate, to be receptive to the wise women in your life, within your immediate circle. Be kind to your animals, to all living things on this earth. The women in your life were put there for a reason, for they are the ones who will heal your heart, who will heal this world. They are the ones who will be able to find a path towards peace, towards forgiveness, and find harmony within this chaos. And they will be the ones that will birth the new earth and will give birth to the direction within which we are headed, and that is the golden age of Aquarius. This is the way forward. Heal yourself, and in doing so, you are healing others and healing the collective. If you would like to work with me, I have recently updated my website, introducing new services on my website, links for which will be provided in the description of this video. So it is my hope that you find it in your heart to seek out others like myself who are able to help you to make that shift within your own heart and heal your own energies so that you make that direct connection to the Creator and move towards that golden age of Aquarius, that new earth energy. Raise your personal frequency, and all of this degradation will fall away. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope to see you soon. Namaste.